Hello, Homestead, and please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Drake White.
And I'm Matt Hamilton.
And on today's edition of HHS In Depth, the English department's new summer reading program is set to begin. Reporter Casey Stanley tells you what it's all about and what some Homestead faculty members recommend to read.
I got the chance to sit down with Mr. Ginder earlier this week to reflect upon the 2014-15 school year.
And our school's K9 resource officer, Thor, is profiled by reporter Sam Carroll.
All of that and more on the final HHS In Depth of the year for Friday, May 22nd.
Cruising down the street in my 6-4, jocking the freaks, clocking the dough.
Nice ribs, kid! Oh, again?
Heads out there, cold shoes through. A car pulls up, who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling Kilo G. He rolled down his window and he started to say, it's all about making that GTA. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You don't
look so hot. Hop in. You want gum? I've got gum? You look like you can use some help. You want gum? You look dusty.
So, Matt, where you been?
Well, ever since my gambling problems got worse, I've just been living on Eggman Road by Homestead High School. And I don't have money, I don't have food, I don't have anything.
Jeez.
You guys have money, food? Can you help me? I just want to gamble. I can do it. I can get the money.
Matt, we might not have any food or money to give you, but we do have some people that have been wanting to talk to you and really want to help you.
So, Matt, we've got him right around this corner here. You go on ahead. We'll just wait outside.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck.
Matt, we need to talk.
Hi, guys.
Matt, we're disappointed in you.
We built a legacy here at HHS In Depth.
Wait, In Depth? Don't you mean HHS On Demand?
Times change, Greg.
Times do not change.
Guys, I don't have a problem.
Get it together, Matt!
Matt, it's for your own good.
Matt, I had the sports corner.
I was Captain Obvious.
I never blinked once on camera.
It's time to get your act together, or you're gonna be out and not a member.
You know what, guys? I think you're right. You know, I've had a great time here at HHS In Depth. Full of great memories, great intros, just an overall good time.
We hope you enjoy our last episode of our high school career. Here's to the future of HHS In Depth.
I used to rule the world, seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone, sweep the streets I used to own.
It's time to anchor one last time.
I woke up at 8:30 for this.
Happy birthday, Miss Vale.
I still haven't blinked once. Let's get out of here.
Let's.
As we approach the end of another school year, I had a chance to sit down with Principal Ginder earlier this week to get his take on the year it was and what stood out for him this 2014-15 school year.
To narrow favorites down for me would take probably an hour. Obviously, I enjoy a lot of athletic things, but our art show was incredible. If you get a chance to get out and see the choirs and the things that performance people do is really exciting to me. The robotics team had a lot of good things happen this year. I think what I get the most energy from or joy from has to do more with individual relationships and kids and their successes. So some of the things that really charge me up, today at Senior Activities Day, we had a student who first semester was in the senior experience, and now this semester he's taking nothing but college classes. And that really gets me excited because his life has just taken off. Other things, though, even this, HHS ID, has been really exciting for me to watch. I tripped over some old footage from 2013 or 2012 and watched that. And some of the people that are now seniors were in that show, and it's fun to see not just the physical maturity changes, but the maturity in the show. So those are the things that really make me excited.
I asked Mr. Ginter to specifically talk about the class of 2015 and how this year's graduating seniors will leave a lasting impression on him.
This year's senior class, I think, is unique. In today's school culture, it's often that the girls are in the forefront academically, they're in leadership roles, and this class was evenly represented and maybe even more so represented by guys. And that's really, really exciting. Not to say that we shouldn't have girls in leadership, that's not my point. And this class personified what it means maybe to be a Renaissance man or even a Renaissance girl. People who are in the arts and in athletics, also doing well in academics. So all of those things make a well-rounded person, and I think that's really why this class is outstanding.
In my final question, I asked Mr. Ginter about words of advice for next year's students returning to Homestead High School.
My admonition to the younger groups would be to pick up where they left off. And we're not going to measure ourselves based on what the past did, but each individual group should try to be excellent in their own right. A friend of mine used to say, those that live in the past finish last. It's really important to find joy and energy in the things that we've been successful in. But next year starts anew, and they're going to write their own story, and it'll be really cool to see what happens over that 180-day story.
Students, space is running out on the network for your file storage. If you have issues uploading to the network folders, it is because there is no memory left. The school is asking you to please delete anything that is not school related, like music, videos, games, and things like that, from your student folder.
As of today, all library books are now overdue. Please return them immediately before you are billed for a replacement book to be ordered.
The English department's newly adopted summer reading program kicks off this summer break for all returning students enrolled in an English course next year. HHS In Depth's Casey Stanley reports on the new program.
Students enrolled in English classes next year must be aware that there may be some requirements to fulfill before school starts next fall. Mrs. Embody tells us where we can find the summer reading list and why it's important that you actually read.
We're really excited to launch a new summer reading program for all students at Homestead High School. If you go online to the Homestead webpage, you can find the book list for your respective classes. Most of the classes will have a lot of choice as far as what book students want to read. And then when you come back in the fall, you'll have lots of fun activities with your classmates and with your teacher as far as book talks, book reviews, class discussions, small group discussions, etc.
Teachers are looking to get students more interested in reading by reinventing the summer reading list.
In past years, each class or course would have a specific book that all students would read. And this year, we really wanted to promote a love of reading, and so we developed lists that could cater to really any student or any student's interest. So they're divided by nonfiction, fiction, dramatic lit, ethnic lit, contemporary lit, etc. So you can go in there and you can find something that you would like no matter what.
If upon reading the list, you can't decide which book to read, listen to these suggestions from some HHS staff.
I recommend J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye. It's probably one of my favorite books of all time, mostly because I love the fact that Holden Caulfield, he starts off, he's in a mental institution, and he's telling us basically how he had a breakdown. He gets thrown out of a private school, he goes to New York, and he's kind of running away from everything.
So many great books on the list, I'm not sure I could pick just one. There's all kinds of different things on here. Bill Bryson, if you want to laugh, A Walk in the Woods will get you laughing so hard you'll cry. And then there's serious things like Columbine. Great book that David Cullen wrote about the shootings that happened at the high school and give you a real insight into what really happened.
Definitely going to be Blood Meridian. It's this sort of epically, nihilistically violent Western set in the mid-19th century that is kind of based on true events. It follows this teenager named only the Kid, and he falls in with this band of scalp hunters that is based on an actual gang. They were called the Glanton Gang.
Don't forget to pick up these books and have them finished in time for class next year. For HHS In Depth, I'm Casey Stanley.
Carl Wright and my documentary movie, The Journey, which debuted last week in the auditorium, is now being offered on Blu-ray. For details how to obtain a copy for yourself, contact Mr. Schenkel by email at tschenkel@sax.k12.in.us. or stop by and see him in room 600B.
Students must clean out all lockers by 11:20 on Wednesday, May 27th. Custodians will begin removing all items at that time.
If you are graduating this year and do not plan on attending the graduation ceremony on June 6th, please stop by Student Services and see Mrs. Boniff to have your name removed from the seating chart.
By now, you surely know our school's K9 Officer Thor, but reporter Sam Carroll got a chance to spend some time with him and Officer Harriet to see what a typical day in the life of Thor is like. Here's that story about the famous Labrador.
Hello, Homestead. Sam Carroll here, reporting for my final HHS ID event. This week, Thor. How he functions in high school society. What he does on a daily basis. It's more than you might think. Now, when you think of the name Thor, you might think of three things. The first and second are sort of a hybrid. It's the Norse god of mythology, and he is the god of thunder, farming, and rain. He's also an Avengers hero. The second thing you might think of when you hear the name Thor is the Filipino pop singer born in 1982. I know I do. And the third thing is our beloved dog, Thor. Let's find more. Thor starts off his day with stone cold business. If you're enough of a dingus to be bringing contraband into your locker, this is an example of how you might get caught. After busting one of you young hooligans, Thor gets a slight reward from Miss Matthias of the discipline office.
He knows where the treats are, don't you, boy? So you sit, and you have to, there's a technique, you have to make so his drool doesn't get on you or anything. What do you want? All right, ready?
Thor's day only goes uphill from here, beginning an afternoon of fun and games in the halls of HHS.
Bonus.
If I were a dog and I didn't have the cognitive capacity to language my way through life and understand things that the humans do, I would be wondering what this mini-human from a rope dangling from this hole in the ceiling is, if I could think that in words at least. Who is that? Why, it's Ken from the acclaimed 1960s children's toy franchise Barbie. When faced with a choice between the quintessential archetype of a man known as Ken and the degenerate pop star known as Justin Bieber, the choice was clear for our friend Thor. Thor was having none of the Justin Bieber doll, or maybe just of the humans taunting him. After a day of hard work and play, Thor needs to cool off with some of the refreshing liquid of life known as H2O, or water for you non-chemistry people. A satisfied Thor heads back to the office to do it all again when the sun comes back round. So there you have it, Homestead. Thor, our four-legged beloved friend, does a lot more in a day than you might think, accomplishing exercise, occupational duties, and fun, all in just a few brief moments. For HHS In Depth, forever, I'm Sam Carroll.
Attention all GSA members, the last meeting of the year will be on Tuesday, May 26th. Go out and help celebrate the first year of the club's existence. You can tie-dye the club shirts, eat food, and do other fun things at the final meeting.
Winter sports patches are in. If you participated on a varsity team during the winter sports season and earned a patch, you can pick it up in the athletic office.
And now here's another edition of the Tech Talk. Today's topic is all about how to properly turn in your laptop and the charger at the end of the school year.
Hello, Homestead. Welcome to Tech Talk 2.0. Tech Talk 2.0. Hello, Homestead. I'm Chris DeRoshi. And for this week's Tech Talk, I actually have to show you how to prepare your computers for the end of the year. There are a few steps, and we're going to show you. This week, we have our model, Brendan Spangler, and his hair. Okay, so you got to prepare your chargers in like a specific way. And I know most of your chargers are probably just a jumbled mess. So our model here is going to show you how to fold this bad boy. Now, make sure all the wires are on the back of the charger, and when you put the Velcro around it to finalize this bad boy, you're going to want to keep the barcode on the writing side of the charger uncovered, because they will scan that to know it's your charger. Also, Homestead, I know you haven't shut down your computers all year because, you don't do that. So shut it down before you turn it in at the end of the year. All right, Homestead, it looks like we are done here. Don't email me because it's the end of the year and I don't care, and see you next year.
Well, that wraps up the final edition of HHS In Depth for the school year. I'm Drake White.
And I'm Matt Hamilton. Thank you for watching this year, and for letting Drake and me be part of your Fridays the last 3 years.
It's been an amazing experience for both of us.
And today we leave you with a look back at some of our funniest moments this past year that didn't make the final cut for our show, as well as some words about HHS In Depth from our cast and crew.
Have a great summer break, and good luck to all graduating seniors. Have a great life.
This class you could come to, and you get work done, but you have a good time doing it. And you learn some skills along the way, even if they don't pertain to setting up, electronic TV equipment, or asking interviews, or camera angles, or whatnot. You learn something.
To many people, HHS In Depth looks kind of like serious, but behind the scenes it's actually a lot of goofing around, but when it comes down to it, we get down to work, but it's a lot of fun, and we just joke, and we make so much friends and great memories from this.
The classmates in HHS In Depth are probably the best all around. I'm probably the only one, but I really feel like we're a family. We're all friends. We're always goofing around with each other, and I hope everyone feels the same way, but I honestly feel like these people are my brothers, my sisters, my family, and I don't want to see any of the seniors leave, but sadly we have to say goodbye, and I really will miss them all.
The students this year, they really did make this amazing. HHS In Depth, I know it's come a long way since I first came to this school, especially last year, my freshman year. I watched, and I was not a part of the production. It's improved dramatically, and I think it's just all the people's hard work and dedication towards it.
I think the one thing that I will miss most, honestly, is just the fact that I've gotten to know everybody, so just leaving everybody, and I'm gonna miss Mr. Schenkel a lot. He's just been really cool and really fun.
Schenkel's like a unique teacher in a way that he's not really strict. He's okay with having fun with the kids and making sure things still get done. He offers a lot of criticism that is really helpful in making the show a lot better, and it really just adds up to a perfect show, and he's a really good teacher and instructor.
I'm gonna really miss all the seniors and everybody who's leaving, but I'm also really excited next year because I know a lot of the talent that's coming in, and I think next year is going to be really good.
When I think back this past year, it actually really goes further back than just this year, and I have to start with Matt Hamilton and Drake White, and those two kids that have meant so much to the television program at Homestead, and that rare occurrence when you get two kids that have actually taken you all 4 of their high school years, and how much they have meant to this program, I can't even put into words. They're the ones that went from that transition from HHS On Demand to HHS In Depth. They bought in to the new style that we're going to do, and really when I think of it, for the rest of my years here, they will always be the two kids I remember that were the focal points of that. But really, the class this year in a whole was something I'll never forget. It was by far our best year. I mean, we were named the 2nd best news program in the state of Indiana this year. Everybody that took the class should be proud of their accomplishments in the class, because every single week they worked hard to make the show what it was. And I remember every senior that graduates, and the kids I do have coming back will have great times next year, but as a whole this year is about as good as it can possibly get.
Are you serious?
No, you?
Never seen that.
I just got back from the doctor and diagnosed me with rabies.
If they're in this class and Schenkel lets them anchor, I'm gonna put the T in Nutter. That didn't even make any sense.
I've already got 2 people cases. Dude, I don't care, dude. I'm just trying to be balling Ricky Stevens.
Well, that wraps up today's edition of HHS and...
So guys, everyone's wearing white tonight. Let's just find out what kind of white we should be wearing. What kind?
kind? How much white? A kind of white?
I wish I had hair.
I don't think I have anything surprising.
Hello, Jordan. How are you, Jordan? Is Logan your brother? Yes. I had to wake him up today. Just laying on the floor.
The lunch was so cool, and there were so many girls there. I kid you not. There's a couple hundred girls, and I got all of their emails.
A new class this year at Homestead. At Homestead? Okay. A new class here at Homestead. What? What's after that?
Where? I honestly, while I was reading that, I thought there's no reason to laugh at this, and thinking about why I should laugh made me laugh.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome, Carl.
If only you could fix my haircut.
I'm so proud of myself because I win. Yes. Okay.
All you have to do is tune in to almost had. All you have to do is turn into the I did it again. The 91.1 FM. All you have to do is turn in. I had it in my mind too. I was like, I'm gonna get. All you have to do is tune in to 91.1 FM. All you have to do is turn in to Oh man, come on.
Please note that normal. Gotcha. I gotcha. Madame Rogers and Monsieur Sagnon. Sagnon.
My big campus. Well, I think this is evident. You know, it's going to take about 12 days.
No later than May 1st. What did I say?
You said letter.
Leather?
No, letter than maybe.
Ryan, I'm gonna burn your nut house set down. I'm just joking. Do that again.
No. Hey guys, come and check out my crib. Screw it.
With the list of streets. On behalf of all of us at HHS In Depth, have a great summer.
Keep it real.
All right. Peace.
We're done.
We're done.
I'm done. He's done.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, yeah.
Where's his beard?